Oh, what one, baby girl?
Don't baby girl me. How many of your groupies you call baby girl? Is Tisha a baby girl? Is Amanda a baby girl too? And who the hell is Bonquisha? Is that even a name? Man, I can't live.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Sharane World. We are here for the Thirsty Thursday awareness. Let's go. Yes, it's the Thirsty Thursday awareness, late night awareness for Sharane World. How's everybody doing? I'm up here. Not for a long time, but a short time. It's raining in Broome County, y'all. It's thundering, lightning, everything. Let's go. Sharane World is on here making sure y'all not getting love bombed, swindled, gaslit, or used or manipulated by these narcissists up out here in these streets. Oh, welcome to Sharane World, everybody. We're gonna get right into it. Welcome to Sharane World, everybody. Let's welcome all my victims, all my survivors, all my thrivers, or anybody that's out there that just want to educate yourself. And you already know, let's welcome all you narcissistic men and women up out here in these streets. Let's go. Welcome to Sharane World, everybody. Listen, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe. Hit the like button. Turn your notification bells on so you don't miss when Sharane World goes live. You never know when I'm coming up here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Let's get right into Sharane World, ladies and gentlemen. So y'all know it's raining, it's pouring, it's doing everything in my background. I know y'all hear it. It's out there, it's going wrong, it's going on outside, right? But tonight we want to make sure that everybody is getting the goals, they're getting the tools, and you understand whether I do a long video or I do a short video. See, when I do my long videos, that's nothing but educational things in there. That's for you to sit back, get your popcorn, get your Mary Jane, get whatever you got to get, and enjoy the show, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, absolutely. Let's go. Welcome to Sharane World, everybody. We're going to get right into it. We're going to talk about what it means by going no contact, ladies and gentlemen, and why you should go no contact. We're going to get right into it. So, why go no contact? Sometimes going no contact is not about being mean, bitter, or trying to hurt someone. It's about protecting your peace, healing, boundaries, and future. Here are some reasons to choose no contact, ladies and gentlemen, okay? Number one, to protect your peace. You don't have to keep dealing with arguments, drama, or emotional chaos. Number two, to stop the cycle. Constant contact can keep you stuck in the same unhealthy pattern. Number three, to heal emotionally. Distance gives your mind a heart and room to recover. Number four, to stop being manipulated. You don't have to keep explaining yourself to someone committed to misunderstanding you. Number five, to rebuild your confidence. You can start remembering who you are outside of that relationship. Number six, to establish boundaries. A boundary means something when you are willing to enforce it. Number seven, to avoid unnecessary arguments. Not every message deserves a response. Number eight, to protect your future. Your energy can go towards your goals, your children, your career, and your happiness. Number nine, to recognize your worth. You don't have to keep returning to a situation that repeatedly hurts you. And last but not least, number 10, because healing sometimes requires distance. Remember, if you share children, property, legal matters, or other unavoidable responsibilities, you may need limited or structured communication instead of complete no contact. Keep communication focused only on what is necessary. No contact is not punishment. No contact can be protection. No contact can be the beginning of healing. Awareness with Sharane World, Binghamton, New York, in the Southern Tier. Women and men, you are not alone. Yes, 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 ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sharane's World, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, we are going to get into something. I'm going to do something. I'm going to show you guys a, hold on. I'm going to show you guys uh done on my show last week. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to share a little snippet of how show operates. Now, I won't be able to share the music and things like that up here, so I might pause it when it comes to the music, or you might not hear the music, or whatever the case may be, because this is my radio show that I'm playing that came live on the air on the WBDY 99.5 last week on Friday. All right, so if you missed it, you got to subscribe to my Patreon, okay, ladies and gentlemen. But I'm going to show you guys just a little snippet of how I do my radio show when I come live on the air. Let's go, everybody. Welcome to Sharane's World. Listen, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I don't know what y'all missing out on. I don't know what you're doing. If you tuning in, you viewing, you've been a victim of domestic violence, you survived it. I don't care who you are, male or female. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the juicy, good information, ladies and gentlemen, okay? All right, so we're going to get right into it. Ladies and gentlemen, it is raining like cats and dogs outside, okay? It is raining, 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 raining. So we're gonna get into Sharane's World. And basically, this is gonna be a recording from my show that I did last week, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm gonna turn it up so you guys could hear how my show starts off on the radio. All right, not YouTube, but the radio. Let's go. We're gonna get right into it. We're gonna get right into this, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna start this over and we're gonna get into it. Let's go. One second. We're gonna fix this and we're gonna get right into it. We gotta load this up, ladies and gentlemen, and we're gonna get right into the rings. We're gonna show y'all how things operate on the radio, ladies and gentlemen. Amazing, okay? It's gonna be amazing how this is gonna go. Okay. So listen, if you haven't already, make sure you guys tune in to my radio show on the WBZY 99.5 every Friday. I go live on the air. Okay. I spread awareness about domestic violence and narcissistic abuse. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. And that's just what Sharane's will do. So we are going to show you guys really quick on how this goes, ladies and gentlemen. Just give me a second and we're gonna get this going. We're gonna get this going. Let's go. So I hope everybody's staying blessed. You know, I'm doing some things in the background so we can get you guys to hear my radio show. So bear with me. This is some little bit of things I'm doing in the cut. Because I wasn't gonna do this before. If I was gonna have this prepared already. But let's go. Welcome to Sharane's World, everybody. So you guys are gonna hear Sharane's World Radio Show live on the air, right? This is the show that I did last week, last Friday that just passed. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go. We're gonna get right into it.
Oh, I got baby girl. Somebody got me. How many do you got baby girl? It's Tisha. It's Mary. Lisa. Is that even a name? What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Sharane's World. We are live right here at the WBDY 99.5, the Bundy Radio, right here locally in Binghamton, everyone. How's everybody evening going tonight? I hope everybody is having a great Friday evening. Welcome to Sharane's World, everybody. I'm your host, T. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, this is my radio show that I'm showing you guys what you're missing out. Every Friday live on the air is something different. We talk about something different. We play different music. We do things differently on the air compared to YouTube. So I'm just giving you guys a snippet of what I do live on the air on the radio. As you can see, it has the same intro as the YouTube, but different. You know what I'm saying? A little better. We're gonna run that back again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Sharane right here on YouTube. Pay attention. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is my radio show I'm playing for you guys. Alrighty, let's go. Oh, I got baby girl. Don't baby girl me. How many do you got baby girl? It's Tisha. It's Mary. Lisa. Even a name? What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Sharane's World. We are live right here at the WBDY 99.5, the Bundy Radio, right here locally in Binghamton, everyone. How's everybody evening going tonight? I hope everybody is having a great Friday evening. Welcome to Sharane's World, everybody. I'm your host, Tiana McLaughlin, and I'm up here just spreading awareness about domestic violence and narcissistic abuse relationships for the whole Binghamton and the Southern Tier and the whole Broome County, ladies and gentlemen. All right, I'm a peer mentor survivor for domestic violence and narcissistic abuse, ladies and gentlemen, for all women and men. All righty, ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to be speaking about stronger support for survivors. We're going to try to get into understanding orders of protections and court process. And we're going to try to get into understanding no contact and why healing matters, ladies and gentlemen. So, ladies and gentlemen, the whole goal is to break the cycle, okay? No matter what you're going through, no matter who you are, male or female, that is the whole goal for you to break that cycle. You could recognize the red flags and you could be able to move on and get the tools that you need, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm telling you, there's a light at the end of that tunnel. And ladies and gentlemen, if you're going through anything that's absolutely hard, just know, keep your boots on the ground. Keep your voice heard, because that is the time right there when a lot of people start flipping back down. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, reach out to your licensed advocates. They're out here in Broome County. You know, you have the Crime Victims Assistance Center. You have the RISE program. You have the National Domestic Violence Hotline. There's so many advocates out here. You also have the Men's Hotline. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please get the help that you need that's out here locally in Binghamton and the surrounding areas. So, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you all. I'm super excited to be here this evening. Y'all guys don't even understand. You know, I just wanted to come up here and spread, some good awareness with you guys. Ladies and gentlemen, the whole goal is to help everyone break the cycle, understand what they got going on and going wrong right here locally in Binghamton, okay? There's a lot of domestic violence. There's a lot of people that go silent, and there's a lot of information that needs to be shared, okay? I feel like everyone needs to come together, no matter who you are, male or female, and, share whatever information that you're going through, okay? And if there is somebody out there that is asking you, like, oh, why you didn't leave, or why are you doing this? Trust me, listen, that's not the question that you need to be asking any victim or any survivor. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, just be there and help them and support them. All right, don't talk about them. Don't tell their batterer where they're located or anything like that. Just please reach out to 911 if there's any type of help that you need. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Another thing I wanted to get into today, as me being a survivor for domestic violence and narcissistic abuse, I have to keep my voice heard for myself, and not just for myself, but for others. Another thing that I don't like what's going on, especially around Broome County, is like a lot of these domestic violence people, whether they're a male or a female, are walking through those court doors and they're walking out with TPOs, order protections, and then they're going back out
and they're bothering them victims and them survivors. That is absolutely not fair. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is why my boots is on the ground, because I know my narcissistic ex is out there locally in these streets with a lot of TPOs on them, and the Broome County courts is, they got to do something about it, ladies and gentlemen. I feel like anybody, male or female, that's getting charged with domestic violence, family violence, anything like that. They need to set an example for them. There needs to be some stronger laws, or maybe some stronger whatever they got to do to help these people when they come through those doors, and they're getting arrested for domestic violence, no matter who they are. I feel like they need to get those people some type of help, and it's not to help that person, it's also to help the victim to get out these situations, because we don't know what them people have going on with themselves. They're crazy, they do a lot of things. So me personally, I feel like whoever gets charged with domestic violence, no matter who you are, male or female, you need to be placed on probation. There needs to be some strict laws. There needs to be something about that, because a lot of people are not educated on a narcissistic abuse relationships. A lot of law enforcement may not be educated on what is a narcissistic abuse relationship. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, this is why Sharane World is here. As I said, I survived domestic violence in 2019. I did a video with the RISE program out here in 2020 for domestic violence awareness month, and I'm here. I dealt with a toxic relationships in between, and then I had a narcissistic relationships in 2024, ladies and gentlemen, to 2026. And the reason why I say to 2026 is because you still have to deal with the impact that comes after that. You still have to deal with the hoovering. You still have to deal with all the negativity that comes out of that. But at the end of the day, as me being a survivor, and I used my tools, which is I contacted Crime Victims Assistance Center, and I also contacted RISE, ladies and gentlemen, and I got the help that I need. I got counseling, and whatever it was that I needed for myself, that's what I did. I contacted my doctors, whoever that was willing to listen to me to help me, because only I know what's going on with myself, okay? This is why I say you have to speak up, ladies and gentlemen. And men, all right. So all you men out there that's dealing with a narcissistic female or a toxic female, ladies and gentlemen, let me just make this clear. I don't advocate for any man that put his hands on women, okay, or female, all right? I don't advocate for any man or woman that don't take care of their kids, okay? Not at all. Because there are men out here that trying to take care of their kids. And there are females out here that are trying, but then they have the narcissists and them toxic people that's trying to get them and provoke them and get them to react. So ladies and gentlemen, don't react to these people. Contact these licensed advocates that are out here. There are lawyers out here. Please, ladies and gentlemen, keep your voice heard. Welcome to Sharane's World, everybody. Listen, it's a beautiful evening, and I know them narcissists. They're going to be at them clubs and them bars and them shingdings tonight, okay, ladies and gentlemen? So y'all stay focused, especially if you're single and you're out there mingling, okay? Because they're in there, and they're looking for new supply. You could be the supply or whatever you... Ladies and gentlemen, let's go. Welcome to Sharane's World, everybody. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, it's real out here in these streets. Let's get back into my radio show, okay? I and them could be the supply, okay, ladies and gentlemen? So don't be no narcissist supply about here in these streets, ladies and gentlemen, okay? So welcome to Sharane's World, everybody. We're going to have a good evening. And listen, we're going to get into a song, and that is called Mary J. Blige. It's by Mary J. Blige, and it is called I Am. Let's go, everybody. Y'all make sure y'all stay safe. Listen, it's real. All right, so we're gonna have to skip through that because, like I said, this is YouTube and we can't play music on YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so we might have to skip through my radio show so y'all guys can get the drift of what Sharane World does on her radio show. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's go. Round of applause. Okay. So we're gonna skip through that and we're gonna get it on. If you wanna spin your Welcome back. We are live in the studio. Welcome back to Sharane's World, everybody. Welcome back to the WBDY, the Bundy Radio 99.5, right here locally in Binghamton. We are live on the air. Ladies and gentlemen, you know you could call into Sharane's World if you want to share your support, share whatever you want to share. Maybe you went through it, maybe your father, your cousin, whoever, maybe someone went unalive behind the situation. You can always call into the radio station at 607-772-9179. Once again, it is 607-772-9179. And you can call in anytime Sharane World is here, live on the air every Friday at 6 p.m., ladies and gentlemen. All righty. And ladies and gentlemen, listen, we're gonna get into some events before I get into anything else, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes,
Ladies and gentlemen, okay? Ladies and gentlemen,
we're gonna skip.
come on. Let's go. Come for music, make someone question their own reality. Legal, free, civil legal, 06.
We're gonna skip through it so you guys can get the drift of what Sharane World Radio Show, how it goes throughout the week sometimes.
6. All right. They help us. Alrighty, we are back live in the studio on the WBZY 99.5, right here locally in Binghamton, everyone. Listen, I hope you guys are getting the tools in your pocket, understanding what's going on and what's going wrong. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get into another song because Sharane World is definitely excited. Okay, I hope you guys are getting the tools in your pocket. So let's go. We're going to get into another song, ladies and gentlemen. It is called When It Hurts by Avant. Be tripping, so
All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna skip through that, ladies and gentlemen, because we're not gonna hold you guys up too long. We're just showing you what my radio show kind of tastes like. Okay, we can't play the music because it's YouTube, but we're gonna skip towards the end of it. Okay, and you guys are gonna get the drift of what Sharane World got going on. Sweet. Okay, outro song, ladies and gentlemen, because you know, every Friday at 6 p.m. So remember, every Friday, you got a question, whatever it is, just make sure I will be back here every Friday at 6 p.m., ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. We're going to get into my outro song, ladies and gentlemen, because you know, I love me some Cassie, ladies and gentlemen. So let's go. I appreciate you all. Y'all stay focused, okay? And stay safe out here in these streets. All right, and make sure y'all not being followed home, and do not come home with nobody that you just met in these clubs and bars and shingdings. You don't know them. And remember, everybody has a past, but it's all how they operate when they come back out in these streets. Are they healed? Did they change? No matter who they are. All right. Recognize the tools. Recognize narcissistic abuse. They love bomb you very, very quickly. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, make sure y'all remember that. Let's go. We're gonna start heading up out. This is my song right here. This is my outro. Welcome to Sharane's World, everybody. Right here on the WBCY 99.5. Hey, you're locally in Binghamton. I appreciate you all. I'll see you guys next week. Okay, I'm excited. Catch me on YouTube, Sharane's World. Let's go. All right, y'all. So that's one of the shows. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm gonna give you a taste real quick before we start heading up out of here for my next show. But like I said, I go live on the air. So these are all the shows that I did in the past if you want to tune into those. But this is another one right here.
Oh, I want baby girl. Don't baby girl me. How many baby girl, baby girl? Is she a baby girl? Is Manny a baby girl too? Please, is that even a name?
Oh, welcome everybody. Welcome to the WBDY 99.5. Welcome to Sharane's World, everybody. We are live here in the studio at the Bundy Radio, ladies and gentlemen. How's everybody evening going? I hope everybody's having a blessed evening tonight. I'm hoping everybody is staying safe out there, no matter who you are, male or female, making sure that you get the tools and, you know, the education out there that all manipulated by anybody. Good stuff this evening. Okay, like the different traits. So we're gonna skip forward.
24/7 hotline 607-723 to phone number at the men's hotline. Behavioral health 607-7 Center. Right here locally in Binghamton, ladies and gentlemen, go check them out there right there on Robinson Street. It's very beautiful inside there. I actually suppose. You also have the Legal Aid Society of Mid New York. Their number is 606. The bars, the after hour spots, whatever y'all doing. You can go out there and have a good time. But also, there's people out there that's not trying to have a good time. Remember that. You spend money to go out there to have a great time, while there's other people out there that's looking for trouble. So stay focused out there. Don't get love bombed or gaslit. And thank you and welcome to Sharane's World, everybody. I appreciate you all. I will see you all next week, 6 o'clock, every Friday, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you and welcome to Sharane's World, everybody. Later.
If you really know, I really ain't into it.
You're not into it.
I'm not into it. I really know that I'm not big. So I buy my own bags, no boost my jeans, roll it off, but my rebel yell, and if you want to step to me, so you can on baby. Since you still say I'm sweet, so you go to
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go. Welcome to Sharane World. We're right here on YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. I was just giving y'all a taste of what my radio show kind of tastes like. You know, I'm sorry I can't give you guys the full thing, you know. Let's go. Hope you guys are staying focused. Get these tools. Make sure y'all tune into my radio show this Friday. That's tomorrow. 6 p.m. I go live on the air. If you don't get the WBZY 99.5, then tune in online. That's like saying you listening to the radio station in New York City, 105 or Hot 97, right? But if you don't get them channels, where you got to tune into? Online, right? So make sure y'all tune in to WBZY.online. So you go to the internet, go to WBZY.online every Friday, and you can listen to me go live on the air, ladies and gentlemen, okay? You can listen to the music, you can call in. It gets way more juicier than YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. So let's go. Welcome to Sharane World. Stay blessed, stay focused. And as you know, I'm a peer mental survivor for domestic violence and narcissistic abuse relationships for all women and men right here locally in Binghamton. I appreciate everybody and y'all stay focused. And welcome to Sharane's World right here on YouTube. Let's go.
You got a long way to go. Rock with me now.